Mr. LeBeau's case. Laura.
Joshua Warren. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Warren, can you state your name, sir?
My name is Joshua William Wara. I'm representing myself in this case.
So you don't want to be represented by an attorney?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I would say there come some perils with you representing yourself. You understand that, sir?
No. I know
You
the
don't
mission.
understand?
I'm a jailhouse lawyer. I know what I'm doing. You are working.
I'm sorry?
You are being paid by Adolf Mack to fry me. This is conspiracy for murder. Your wife, Delphia Simpson, came up here pretending to be Ann Arbor Comprehensive Care Center yesterday. You are originally the Tux family. You are an Egyptian lord. You're Illuminati. If you do not help me,
I'm Illuminati.
I will sue you and criminally prosecute to the fullest extent.
Okay, I welcome that. You're invited
Thank
to
you,
do so.
Cedric Simpson.
What do you want to do with your case today?
Ellen Wara, Adolf Mack, Jeffrey Peak, Cynthia Miller, Frank Stanton tried to set me up, along with Derek Miller and Ryan Miller.
Okay, but I've got to do something. I've got to do something. I've got to do something with your case.
Huh?
I've got to do something with your case. What do you want me to do?
I would like to sue, and what am I in court for today? And I would like to prosecute to the fullest extent.
Okay, so
And
let
I
me
can
do
sue
this.
for
If
10 times the amount of what was stolen from me. They stole $666.8 million from me. They then turned it into $5.5 trillion and then put a hit out on me. I legally can sue.
Welcome back, everyone. Buckle up, because today we're entering Judge Simpson's courtroom for a certified sovereign citizen meltdown. Joshua War is here, representing himself, and he's not just drinking the sovereign Kool-Aid, he's licked the glue, eaten the paint chips, and inhaled all the fantasy he can get. Over the next few minutes, you're going to witness conspiracy theories, astronomical claims of trillions stolen, and threats involving Elon Musk, Donald Trump, and Illuminati overlords. This isn't your typical court day, it's chaos served with a side of delusion. Stay tuned, it's going to be wild. Asterisk.
Here's the thing. I have to advise you, because if you are going to represent yourself, what you're here on, okay?
I'm doing it over Zoom.
So you're here on a complaint that alleges that on October 15, 2025 on South Main Street
Pentagon's
in the city of Ann Arbor, Washington County, that you failed to stop at the scene of an accident regarding resulting in serious impairment or death. Do you understand that charge?
$1 trillion.
Yeah, sure. And that's a felony, punishable by up to 5 years incarceration, a $5,000 fine plus court costs.
Which is actually 10 times the amount, because I can sue because it's conspiracy to murder. And sovereign law would make it 100 times the amount, but since it is conspiracy to murder, sovereign law
I'm with you. I got you. I just have to let you know what you're charged with.
I can sue for
There's
1,000
also
times the
count
amount.
2 on the complaint that alleges that on that same date and at that same time, that you did commit a moving violation causing serious impairment of a bodily function. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. So there are serious perils representing yourself as opposed to having counsel. I would just have to advise you, you'd be treated the same. You are charged with making sure that you have an understanding and that you abide by the Michigan rules of that you abide by the rules of evidence and the rules of procedure. You understand that?
Yes, Cedric Simpson.
All right. And the other thing that I have to advise you of is that at any point during these proceedings, you wish to have counsel.
No, I do not want any counsel, and I want a bench trial, not a jury trial. Because a bench trial is backed on objective evidence.
If at any point you do want counsel, you just have to let the court know, and the court will make sure that you have counsel.
No, I do not want counsel.
Okay, so what do you want me to do with your case today?
I
Now
would like
that
to
I've
do a
gotten through
bench
that
trial
part.
because a bench trial is on subjective
bench
evidence
trial?
and a jury
Well,
trial can
that's not
be
gonna happen.
bribed. And they're trying to
Okay,
bribe the
you
jury.
can go to
So
circuit
I
court and
want
have a
to
bench trial.
prosecute with sovereign law and it's conspiracy to murder and Donald Trump and Elon Musk are involved and I can sue for 1,000 times the amount. And sovereignty
Your Honor,
does
if I
not
can
exist
if I
because
can-
the amount of money that
I
they
don't know,
put
I've
that
not been
Elon
very good at
on
it, but.
and Donald Trump and Elon
oh,
Musk and Adolf
so-
Mack and Doug Minkoff and Jeffrey Peak and Ellen Wara all have estates that and residencies and
Right from the start, Joshua insists he's a jailhouse lawyer and refuses counsel. This is a classic trap, representing yourself in court, especially when facing felony and misdemeanor charges, is notoriously dangerous. He immediately dives into a bizarre conspiracy involving his judge, family, and shadowy figures, including Adolf Mack. Sovereign citizens often try to turn personal grievances into legal epics, but here, we see the first warning signs: confusion, overconfidence, and delusions of grandeur. Viewers, take note, the courtroom is not your personal battleground, and fantasy logic doesn't work against established law.
For an adjournment, as this is a new file, the defendant is on surveillance video at the intersection of this crash causing this accident and then fleeing the scene. That has not been provided to either the defendant or his attorney if he has
I'd like to
one.
give
So
Donald
we would
Trump the
need more
electric
time.
chair.
The defendant's on parole, and if he's entertaining the idea of representing himself, I think it's important that we refer him to competency first.
Well, I don't know that I can do that right this second, although, maybe. But here's what I'm gonna do. Sir,
Cedric Simpson.
I'm gonna adjourn your
I do
case
not want a
out.
jury trial. You cannot adjourn this. This is a high profile case. Where I can't, yeah.
Okay, but you
There are
haven't
too
seen
many
the
people involved.
You
You have a
haven't
Neuralink
seen,
in your brain and you are being manipulated and bribed and conspired against for murder by the Nazis. You will work with me.
alrighty then. So, so you don't want an adjournment?
No, I do not want an adjournment. I want a bench trial.
Okay, so
It's
so
based on
listen,
factual evidence. The jury trial
I,
can be
I,
bribed.
I hear you. So the only thing that can happen is I can set this for a preliminary examination, but you haven't seen all the evidence.
I don't need all the evidence. I know all the evidence. Let me get a discovery
Okay, then.
packet though, so I can represent
So-
myself though, please. With all evidence, I would like to.
You want to
subpoena
represent
phone records
yourself?
and all evidence.
All right, listen. Okay.
I would like to
So you want this
subpoena
set for
Bill
preliminary
Warren.
examination?
I would like to subpoena Bill Wara. I would like to subpoena Scott Casey, the Michigan militia, all of their phones, Doug Minkoff, Jeffrey Peak, Adolf Mack, Donald
We're not
Trump,
bringing out those people
Elon
then.
Musk.
Yeah, okay. If you want to subpoena them, then you can. But I'm not bringing all those folks. My problem is he's asked for his exam. So I will have to set it. I wonder who'd like to hear this.
Your Honor, would we still be on the case?
Hang on, I'll get to that in a minute.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm gonna
Yes.
give you your preliminary examination. So your preliminary
you.
examination will be set in person on,
Your Honor, I'm so used to just
And,
saying, yes, sir.
Adolf
no, I
Hitler
know,
is in
but
the
I
judicial
realize it's
court
close, but
with Carol
it-
Conkey and East Hope, et cetera, et cetera.
excuse me?
Carol Conkey is involved. She is at 22nd Judicial Circuit Court with Feiger and Ellen Wara and Jeffrey Peak. Elon Musk is with Trump at the Michigan Supreme Court in Lansing. I do not want to adjourn. I want a bench trial. now.
I am not adjourning. I'm giving you the quickest preliminary examination I possibly can.
Yes, sir.
But I have to hear from all sides regarding that. I would set it for the 28th. Counsel, most of these witnesses are police witnesses, so we could at least begin.
Okay, thank you. What's today?
That's a yes or no.
Yes, sir.
What
Thank
is
you.
Today, what is today, Cedric Simpson?
Pardon?
What is today, Cedric Simpson?
Today is the 23rd.
Okay, Miss Lee, I'm sorry that I'm executing your husband.
You're executing what?
Miss Lee's husband, who is Adolph Mack. I'm giving him the electric chair. And I'm
Alright
suing
then.
him for everything he owns. He's JP Chase Morgan. He owns Chase Bank. I want Chase Bank. He's Hitler.
Okay, all right.
I'm suing for Chase Bank and giving JP Morgan Chase, who is Adolph Mack, the electric chair.
Okay,
If
thank
Elon
you.
Musk works with me
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna
and
do.
Donald Trump.
I don't know that we'll be able to go, given how you're
Yes, we
acting,
will.
but
I want
I'm
a
gonna
bench
set
trial
your
today.
preliminary examination.
I am sorry, Cedric Simpson, that the and Adolph Mack, JP Morgan.
I'm gonna set your preliminary examination for October 28th, 2025, 9 a.m. That will be before me. I'm not, if I let the PD off, because I may on my own motion be referring for competency, I will do it that day. But so right now, to answer your question, Mr. LeBeau, you are still on the case. Because I think the more the merrier.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. No,
And now we hit the money, literally. Joshua claims $666.8 million was stolen, turned into $5.5 trillion, and therefore he can sue for $550 trillion. Yes, trillion with a T. Beyond the sheer absurdity of the math, this highlights a common trait among sovereign citizens, inflating losses into cosmic proportions, often without any legal foundation. Even the court politely navigates this, trying to bring him back to reality. For viewers, it's both hilarious and alarming. These cases are as much about entertainment as they are about legal education. Asterisk.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Richards, would you like to supplement the record by any oral arguments?
No, ma'am.
All right, and so for the people,
Your Honor, we would respectfully ask the court to deny this motion to dismiss. There is a factual basis for the charges as well as an unwillingness by Mr. Richards to come to a resolution in this case. So I believe that going to trial is appropriate resolution.
and so I just want to make sure I clearly heard you. This, you asked me to deny the motion because he's unwilling to resolve the matter?
We have not come to a resolution in this case.
Do you think that's a legal basis in which the court could do that?
And additionally, I believe there are enough facts to support the charges, Your Honor. And I believe that the people can prove this case with a reasonable certainty at trial.
And so as to Mr. Richards' motion, did you actually pull the cases he has cited?
I apologize, Your Honor.
As to Mr. Richards' motion, did you ever pull the cases that he has cited?
Yes, Your Honor. And the people would argue that these cases are not pertinent to these charges.
Can you tell me why?
Under Flournoy v. First National Bank, Mr. Richards quoted, "If the state converts a right into a privilege, the citizen can ignore the license and..."
And this would be under which case?
He quotes Flournoy v. First National Bank of Shreveport. It's 197, California.
And before you go any further, because I did pull these cases, and one of them, the site's incorrect. All right, and you may continue as to Flournoy versus First National Bank of Shreveport.
He quotes that case saying, "If the state converts a right into a privilege, the citizen can ignore the license and fee and engage in the right with immunity." I apologize, Your Honor. I believe that's Shuttlesworth v. City of Birmingham, 373 U.S. at 268.
Okay, because that's the case that I could not find.
I also could not find that case, Your Honor.
But you were able to locate it?
I was not able to locate that case, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
I was not able to locate that case, Your Honor.
Okay. That's
Stock v. Pennsylvania, 319 U.S. 105. No state shall convert a liberty into a license. So I believe that case was decided in 1943 about wares and merchandise. I don't believe that pertains to a driver's license, and as the facts in this case do, Your Honor.
So with that, Mr. Richards, would you like to respond to her arguments to the court as to why I should not grant your motion to dismiss based on the cases you have cited?
Well, we can start with Article 6, Clause 2,
Of which constitution?
the United States Constitution.
Let me go ahead.
All persons born and naturalized in the United States are subject to jurisdiction of, therefore of, are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of liberty or property without due process of law, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction equal protections under the law. Now I'd like to cite the definition of liberty: the freedom and exemption from extraneous control, the power of the will and its moral freedom to follow the dictates of its unrestricted choice and to direct the external acts of the individual without restraint, coercion, or control from others. I apologize. The first amendment I read was Amendment 14, Section 1. Article 6, Clause 2, all debts, contracts, and engagements entered into before the adoption of this Constitution shall be as valid against the United States under this Constitution as under the Confederation. The Constitution, the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which.
Now the judge carefully explains the charges: a hit and run causing serious impairment and a moving violation. Joshua counters with sovereign law, multipliers, and conspiracy claims. This is the clash of fantasy versus reality. The court systematically outlines the real penalties, while Joshua insists sovereign law allows him to multiply the consequences astronomically. Watching this unfold is a lesson in how courts handle delusions: acknowledge, document, but stick firmly to real law. For viewers, it's a front-row lesson in why sovereign citizen arguments always fail when faced with standard criminal procedure.